once you get the hand placement down with the shooting the hands, just, with the partner, and then we'll work those things. And then, like I said, we'll do the board, to where, a lot of our kids, they'll come in, they'll just tap it, man, but you got, we got the sleds, and we got to hit it like a linebacker hit it. Because again, the receivers and stuff now, man, them big old dudes now, you can't get off. Blocking and perimeter tackling drill. Everything's out on the perimeter with bubbles, hitch screens, screens and stuff like that, where the kids are lined up. And it actually helped tremendously with the linebackers because it's teaching those angles. But we're always forcing those guys to come down, get your hands banged. And one of the biggest things to me was knowing when to rip off. If I'm and that's, because a bunch of kids, they get out there, you lined up, and the ball's on that hash, or the ball's on the near hash, and he sees some, all of a sudden he just runs down in there. But, to me, it was, I really had to harp on, hey, look, you have to know and understand when you can just go, when you got to take them throwing the dog and you got a wide split, then you might be able to beat it. So these are things that, and again, when I was with the safety fits, okay, the first dog on, boy, like, man, is on, is what you'll see. If you just give it lip service, and hey, look, you guys got to beat the block or whatever, but you ain't gonna see. Elbows, thumbs up. Always talking about preaching that. That's what you're talking about. Elbows in tight, elbows rub the ribs, thumbs up, bang, shoot the hands. Okay, and the one thing that we do, especially when we're pressing, because the first thing that'll happen, when kids will get down here, and you want to press with the offhand, you want to get your hands on. Coverage just will dictate to me whether or not we can be physical at the line of scrimmage. All right, if you got some help over the top, then we can be physical. We're playing man coverage. If it's a zone, we can be physical. We're playing any type of 2 deep, man underneath, we can be physical. What I like to do with my guys, because I'm a big press guy, Mel Phillips, when he was with the Dolphins, I had an opportunity to go up and talk to Mel, and I asked him, so like, Mel, what do you like to do? Would you rather play off or would you play up? He said, man, I'm going to press 98% of the game. Why? He said, because playing corner, especially, is process of elimination. Okay, so he said what happens when you're pressing, it takes the guessing out of it. All right, so if I'm up pressing, if it's a run play, I'm gonna know right now it's a run, because he's gonna come off, he's gonna try and jam. If I'm up pressing, and he takes an outside release, the outside, go, that type of stuff. So it said it takes the guessing out of it. Now you've eliminated half the routes if he takes or release one way or the other. So what happens when you're pressing, the first thing the kids will do is what? They get a thing, they get their hands up, and then all of a sudden he makes a move, they do this and jump out of it. Coach, the drill that I do, once I saw that, all right, so we'll line up on that side of the field, on the sideline, and we're gonna inch all the way across the field with your hands up. And you just work the crap out of it until they start to get it. And it's not something that you work for a couple of days, but you continue to work it. Because the first thing that happens when you stop working it, guess what's going to happen? They're going to get back up there again. They're going to get out of it because everybody thinks that they can cover with their feet and not their hands. I'm a big, playing with your hands is big to me. I'm a big hand guy. Using your hands, especially with a guy like Richard Sharp and the guy Sean, the overrated, the guys that have leverage. So what I would do in a game, first couple of series, I'd ask my kids, hey, when they come off the sideline, because I was usually up in the box. We'll be down there pressing. Come off to the sideline, ask them, come to the phone, and they know. You come off the first series, I need you to come to the phone. Pick up the phone, first thing we're going to do is, hey, look, can you get off the press? They're like, Coach, hey, yeah, he's pretty doggone good. We played Blackman, played over on the state, and that was Lafayette. Ended up, he was a first-round draft choice with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they were like, Coach, no, he's pretty good. Sometimes you run across a guy that you watch, what you think he is on film, but let it get off him. He's legit. So, but if there's another kid that, like, hey, look, man, he's been beating everybody else, but we get the game, and all of a sudden this kid struggles getting off press, they'll tell me that too. Because now I need to know that, because I need to know what we can do with that kid. Now we can line up and press him and beat him up, and that's what we're going to do. Eliminate him, take him out of the game plan, and allow my safeties to roll. Bring him down one way or the other. Because I'll man up on the back side, or man up on the front side with one. Stuff like that, just to get a numbers advantage, on the offense. So I'm a big press guy, but again, it's something that you really got to work your hands. All right. Anything else like that? Any linebacker coaches in there? Nope. Don't make no sense to do linebacker. A lot of this stuff is carried over. Let's say this real quick. Let's talk, man. See, ain't nobody in here. But a few guys in there. Pass reaction drill, just to the hips. The one thing that, when I got out there the other day, let me stop this real quick. The coaches were working on what they call skills and drills tapes. Okay? So, the skills and drills tape, Coach Wilson was going through all the games, and they had cut-ups of all the coverages. And so, take the coverages. So let's just take cover 2, for example. So in cover 2, if you come and you jam it, all right, and it was funny to me because everybody does the same stuff. But in cover 2, the way I play cover 2 in my corners, with 7 yards off, my initial steps, I walk down, bam, and get square to the line of scrimmage on the outside shoulder of the receiver. My aiming point is hip. So my focal point is the hip, my aiming point is the hip, the forcing down inside. All right? So, I'm sitting there talking to Coach Woodson, and the first thing that came to my mind was the drills that you do for cover 2. So, and again, I think this is important for everybody, and I don't know if everybody does it or not, but I think that, it was a great idea. You have everything to actually shuffle, then you come back. But again, that's a skill that you would have to have in cover 2. So that's a drill that you would have. So you got cover 2 drills, that's one. Now the safeties, what's the skill for the safeties? Your read steps, and then you have coverage. All right, so on that sheet for safeties in cover 2, I'll have half-field coverage, and that's my drill. The guys line up, inside foot up, outside foot back, we drop, 4 yards outside the hash, and then we open up and break. Now, in the progression part of it is hips. Because it's real, I'm real big with my hips now, trying to for 45 grain, open them up. And that's actually one of these drills. So, then breaking on the ball. But again, so everything that you do, and again, the first time that I was at a coach's clinic, well, actually the second time, I was at the coach's clinic down at the Louis Bean coach's clinic down in Miami. Coach Archer was there. The first time I went, man, I didn't know what to do. Somebody asked me to come and talk to the clinic. I'd never been to one, so I really didn't understand what was going on. So I just went in there and we talked. The guys that went after me had film, they had drills. Then after the drills, they showed the film of the actual game with that particular drill being shown in the game. It shows up in the game. So, all right, cool. I went back, man, I made me a big old VHS tape. I had me a bunch of drills on my VHS tape, went back to the doggone coach's clinic the next year. And I'm all excited, I'm all happy, and I went through my whole process. I went through the clinic, had a great clinic, everybody's clapping, all right, okay, cool. And I'll be doggone that Mike Archer didn't stand up, and he was the speaker right after me. And this son was going to sit there and said, hey, look, if you're doing drills and they're not showing up in the games, you're doing the wrong drills. And it's just like I was sitting in church. I'm like, this stuff is talking right to me. Because again, I had a bunch of drills and could show a bunch of drills, but what I didn't show was the drills being implemented, but the drills showing up in the games. So you had to go back and think about it again. So now I'm really into it. Okay, look, what drills do we need? So that's how I come up with my drills. That's what I do. And everybody runs different stuff. You might run cover 2 a little bit different than the way I run it, but whatever drills whatever your scheme is, your scheme and what movements are constantly showing up. What's showing up? What keeps showing up? In cover 2, we know, and I'm just using cover 2 as an example, but in cover 2, we know safety's going to back up and he's going to break. He's going to break at a 45-degree angle back, he's going to open up, he's going to break, and then when it's run support, he's going to back up, he's going to stop, he's going to come back down here. All right, and it's an angle tackle, and he's going to banana. So those are the drills in my cover 2 file folder. Cover 3, what drills are important in cover 3? For the safeties, just opening up, running back to the deep post, then breaking on the football. For the safety that's rolling down, whether you're in cover 3 or cover 6, whether you're strong rotation or weak rotation, he's coming down playing curl flat. The corner is just playing cover 3. You're backpedaling and you're breaking on different routes. So you got the entire route tree, you got backpedal drills, but these are the things that you got to do in order for you guys to be successful. Now, I say that because I'm saying, I want you to understand this. I develop great defensive backs. I'll put my defensive back coaching up against anybody that comes. I don't care who it is, Mel Phillips, anybody. It's known, and that's what I love to do. But there's a lot of research in it, and I don't care what position you play, that's what you do. You do a lot of research, you study the game, you study those movements. When I was talking with Bill Johnson of the Saints, that's what he talked about. It's all about movement, muscle memory, getting your kids, getting their bodies to memorize those movements, and so they can react to them a lot quicker. So what we do, again, you go back, and what I encourage everybody to do in this room, when you get a chance to go back, go through those movements, see what they're doing. The running backs, the same thing with the running backs. What are the running backs always doing? Duke Johnson, playing with the Cleveland Browns, now one of the best NFL Rookie of the Year last year for the Cleveland Browns. Again, what did Duke do when I was a running back coach? I played running back when I was in junior high school. I don't know nothing about running back. I couldn't. Duke used to tell me all the time, "You trying to change the way I run?" Duke, no, I'm not either. I cannot tell you how to run the football, but what I can do is from the research that I have, I can get you from your stance to your start to the line of scrimmage, and then the rest of that, anything after that, that's between you and your mama. That's between you and Mama Duke. That's in your blood. You've been doing this a whole lot longer than I have. But from your stance and your start, all of that's going to be the same. All of it's going to be the same. Every now and then, so a defensive lineman beats somebody where you got to make a move. But again, what do you teach them? The jump cut, how to stick the foot in the ground and get upfield, finishing the blade and stuff like that. But those to me, that's when football coaches are football coaches. When you sit there and when you sit there and you do your research, you study what's going on, and now you're able to put together your drills on how to go out and be successful. And you develop kids. I took a running back, Lionel Singleton. It was just funny because on my way up there, somebody sent me a text and it showed where Lionel Singleton just got inducted into the Indoor Football Hall of Fame, Indoor Football League Hall of Fame. Now, Lionel Singleton was a kid that when he came to FIU, he was a running back. He never played defensive back. And my doggone, some of you guys might know Bernard Clark, but Bernard Clark, we played Stephen F. Austin, and this kid was back in cover 3, deep third, and he was beat, but the ball came to him, and the receiver was right behind him. It was a badly thrown ball. He reacted to the ball, and he went to make the interception, and sat there, and the ball went right through his hands. And the receiver hit the receiver in the chest, and he ended up catching it and scored a touchdown. Milano was sitting there with his hands like this, looking at his hands like, what? So Bernard Clark, like, man, he will never be able to play defensive back. Bernard, all I need is a kid that can run, he can change direction, he's a good athlete, and is not afraid to be physical. That's what he ended up doing. Melvin White was a quarterback over at Freeport, Texas, out of Brazos Sport in Texas, just south of Houston. And never played defensive back. But he's long, he can run, he's physical, he's athletic. Melvin's playing with the Minnesota Vikings right now. Made the Carolina Panthers as a free agent. Again, it's all because of you take the time to do the research and you study that stuff, and then you go back, and that's how you develop your drills. Those are the drills. Every drill that I've ever done since Coach Archer, he preached to me that day, took me back to church, can be seen in the game. Everything we do. Our linebacker stuff, Okay? Again, that's just hips. Defensive backs do the exact same thing. Just working the hips, trying to develop the hips. Pass reaction drill, 45 degree angle. Again, you just working the hips. We also have what we call radar. Quick game. Raise up, throw the ball, slant. Retrace. Here's the radar. I hope it's on here. Denzel picked off Boston College when we were up there and scored a touchdown. All right. Here we go. There you go. Radar. See better. There you go. There's a trick. Bang. Shuffle series. Again, you go through the tape. Linebackers always shuffling, and the guys that are coaching linebackers in the game, it's nothing no different from anybody else, any position on the field. Whatever movement they're doing a lot, that's what you work. Talked to Rod the other day, Coach Woodson, said he's got 12 drills that he just does over and over and over again. Because again, it's about muscle memory, getting the kids to see it, react to it a lot quicker than what they normally would if they hadn't done it. This is just part of the shuffle series. There we go, man. Shuffle cuts. Right here, just trying to teach them how to put a cut block. Keep them low, keep them bent. You gotta have guys that can bend. Shuffle, fight off the cut block, we'll make the tackle. Shuffle wave. As we go on, we can talk now. Everybody quiet as a church mouse in there. Y'all sleep, tired, ready to go home, or what? Y'all want me to stop? We can stop too. I know some of y'all ain't, but y'all gotta get that credit. Go on and tell them. Remember to tell you something. I had the luxury of coaching with Coach Tim Harris, Ice Harris, down in Booker T. Washington for the last 2 years. And I spent a lot of time with Coach Harris. Great guy, unbelievable guy, great coach. And the one thing Coach Harris keeps telling me, Coach, every time we go somewhere, there's a handful of guys that are these coaches clinics and seminars and stuff like that. There's only a handful of guys that go. He said, every time you go, you look around the room, they're the same guys that won this win. He said he tries to convince guys to go do that stuff all the time. Man, y'all need to go to this clinic. No matter what happens, we got Friday first line. Coach, I still went to the clinic. His thing is trying to get as much knowledge, grasp as much knowledge as he possibly can, learn as much as he can, so he can get back to his kids and his kids can continue to be successful. And he'll tell you, if you ain't doing that type of stuff, I'm trying to tell you to do it. If you ain't doing it, continue to keep on beating. Until you start committing yourself, you're going out here, learning football, and trying to get your kids better, you're going to continue to lose it. So I'm just excited. That's what I'm going to come anyway, because Friday, get drunk like learn football. Nothing to be said about that anyway. Stands to start.
Coach, when you rotate a safety down in cover three,
Yep.
rotate it down to cover three
Yep.
over a tight end, you got him.
He can be inside.
Right.
If you got
On inside the tight end, we'd be rolling to just a regular
because he's
cover
got the
three.
C gap now.
Right.
If you got a 9, because my 9 is my leverage. He's the leverage guy. He's the one that's going to turn everything back inside. So he's got the C gap. All right.
So you
But
have
if
like
he's in a 6, he's outside.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make the end right, kind of like a 10
Oh, yeah.
and 4
Yeah.
type deal or something like that.
Because he's coming down from a distance.
Right.
You know, and we've always told him, hey, you make him right. So if that ends in a 9, if he gets reached, then, you know, I mean, we're playing outside of it.
Okay.
Okay. If the end is doing a great job of holding leverage, we're going to play inside of it because we can see it from where we're at. And that was one of the biggest things. You know, a lot of guys have the guys come all the way down to 4 or 5 yards, and then when it's passed, they got to stick their foot around in when they pass. You know, I'm at 10, and my first couple of reach steps, we might get down to 8, but then now I'm working more lateral than I am trying to come down to 5 and then get all the way back to 12.
And your key is still going to be what, the end man on line of scrimmage to the quarterback,
Coach,
or
I'm key at the triangle.
tackle to quarterback to back.
Yeah. And one of the biggest things, one of the things that I learned, especially working with Coach Barrow, is when he was coaching linebackers, he was always harping on the linebackers about opening up their eyes, seeing the whole picture. And that's what we actually have to do with those guys, you know, trying to convince those guys to see the triangle, but to see the whole picture. Because I played linebacker in Canada. And my first coach that taught me, I played linebacker in Canada. First thing that happened, he was like, Hurlie, you need to read the guard. So coach, I'm looking right at that guard. I don't know what else is going on. I'm like, man, whatever that guard, I'm looking right at it. Hey, you know, all in the ball, do that. All of it. So what we ended up getting to was exactly that, opening your eyes, peripheral the whole picture, seeing the whole thing. So what you're saying, you see you're underneath, you know, the line. I can see the bottom, you know, from the bottom to the back, and read the, you know, that entire triangle, but peripheral everything, seeing the whole picture.
Right.
Because, you know, again, if that guard, if I'm coming down, if I'm reading it, and all of a sudden that guard picks up and pulls, everybody's coming this way, but all of a sudden you see a different color of the same color going back. Okay, now I know.
Right.
You know, and even in the NFL now, they got to pull the tackle and stuff like that. And so what you actually have to teach the kids to do, I got to see that entire picture. I got to see the whole frame. It's almost like you're taking a picture of it. So when I'm coming down, I see the whole frame. I'm keying the back for flows. And what we talked about with flows when I was coaching linebackers, one thing that Coach Renard taught me was direct and fast flow. Okay, so back when we were playing, you know, actually when I first started coaching at FIU, Coach Shannon, he taught us the different flows, you know, fast flow, angle flow, hard flow, counter. But now it's evolved to where we're trying to get the kids to play a lot faster, to where there's 2 flows. Either I'm coming direct or it's fast. Okay, so right now I know by the back steps, like this, you can see it. If I'm doing this, if I'm doing anything outside, it's fast flow. So, and that's how you teach your kids. All right, if it's fast flow, the first thing that safety is going to do, first of all, he's going to get outside. Okay, he's going to look down. If the end's doing a hell of a job, if the end's running that reach block outside, then he can come down inside that end and make a play in the first opportunity. Right. If the end's, you know, if he's getting reached, then I got to get outside. But again, I just got to make him right. All right, and then if it's direct flow, I know what gap I got. I got to make my gap. Okay, so if it's counter flow the opposite way, then I'm coming down. I'm canceling gaps as I come across. And never pass the center until the ball hits up into the line of scrimmage. So okay. Those are the things that, and we're real specific with those things. Real specific. Because again, our kids are EWOs, baby, the easy way out. Whatever they can do, you know, hey coach, no, I thought this. No. What flow was it? Was it direct flow or fast? And there's just, you know, one or two things. If it was direct there's.
And you're not going, if it's passed now and that tight end gets a release, you're not really going to concern yourself if it's an inside release. That's the middle safety's problem.
Exactly. If it's an inside release, coach, I got a hook curl defender coming to him.
Right.
I'm going outside. I got a curl flag.
And it's a detached now too, say it's a 2x2.
If it's detached, it's a little bit different. Now I'm coming inside out, playing inside out on him. He's going to take me to the flag. If he's vertical, then I try to get my hands on him, slow him down by time for the hook curl defender, the strong hook curl defender to get to him. All right, so I'm coming down, bam, people run past read, he's coming off the ball, he's detached, get my hands on him, then I work to my flat. If he goes to the flat right now, I'm going, and I'm the top, again, what we call top. I'm playing over the top of him with depth.
Right.
So,
but you're going to widen based on two going wide.
Yeah, two to the flat.
And if he's going vertical, you're going to try to collision him?
Exactly. If he's going vertical, then I'm just trying to buy a little time for my strong hook curl defender to get to him and then get to my flat. Because if he's going vertical, then there's probably only one, there's only one other receiver out there anyway. So if he's going vertical, the one probably going vertical. If he's not, probably may have time to get to him. What route's going to be to smash? It's probably going to hitch, stuff like that. So as long as he's going vertical, I don't have to get to the flat right away. But what I don't want to do, because my strong hook curl defender, if it's my Sam's a run defender first. So I got to make sure that he can cover his gap and then get back to help out the pass coverage. So that's why if he's running vertical, I'm going to come down and try and get a collision on him so I can buy time to make sure that Sam gets out of there. He gets his run pass read first, and when he reads pass, he can get out of there. Because I don't want him just taking off and running to get to that hook curl, and then, because I'm running to get to my flat. So I got to try and buy time to him first.
Right.
The backwards eyes, how you can I see pass. Are you allowing them to keep eyes on QB through 3-step and then cut their eyes to the hip at number 3, or what do you?
The quarterback's going to tell me whether it's 3-step or not.
Besides, you guys let them keep the...
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what'll happen, once he does this, and he raises up, my eyes go to the guy. So he's not looking at the quarterback anymore. He's trying to see where's this guy at. So if I'm sitting there just like Denzel, you saw Denzel, the first thing he saw was, bam, now where's he at? Now back. So it's real quick. It's no different than a safety. Back when we first learned cover 2, it was, what is your progression in cover 2? Run pass. If it's pass, take a quick peek out to 1. See what kind of release he's got. If he's got an outside release, I know I got to extend him. My eyes will come back to the quarterback. If the corner's done a hell of a job of jamming him and forcing him inside, then I don't have to extend as wide. I don't have to get another one right now. I can stay close to the hash and get the back level with my eyes go back. All right. So again, that's extremely important. Playing with the eyes. Again, eyes before feet. We're always talking about that. But you got to teach them, because the first thing that will happen, with anything else. One of the drills I used to do was teaching kids how to understand the trajectory of the ball. All right, so you remember the old drill everybody used to do when the guy stand up, you got 3 guys, you got a guy right here in the middle, then you got 2 guys on the outside, and the quarterback sits back, you throw the ball, and he just happened, he buzzed his feet, didn't break. So I took it a step further. If I'm throwing the ball, and this is something that I had to talk to them about because they couldn't get it, because they don't play football like we did. When we were kids, man, we just played all the time. So we knew angles, we knew the trajectory of the ball, we knew if the quarterback was sitting here, that the short arm came off when it break. We knew all that stuff. And the ball, if the quarterback, if I'm sitting here, if I'm a coach, and I'm breaking it, the quarterback is doing this, and the short arm's coming off, and he's throwing that ball right now. I knew from playing football all the time, I'm not going to continue to look for that ball because it's way out here. There's no opportunity that I can intercept that ball. All right? But the quarterback is sitting right here, and he's getting ready to throw the ball here, and when he comes off, I can see the ball because now it's a lot closer to me. I got a chance of intercepting that ball. It's no different than a half-field safety, a post safety. When I'm backing, and if he's throwing the ball within the numbers, I got a chance to just track the ball. But if he's throwing that ball, and all of a sudden that ball comes off of that arm, you'll get 8. Like I said, anywhere from some, you might get 10 sometimes. But on average, you get 5 to 7 minutes. And that was enough because you're going right from that, everybody's getting 2, 3 reps of it, then you go to group, so now they get another 2 or 3 reps of it, and then when you go to team. Now, but again, to me, man, if whatever you can do to implement that into your practice schedule, your game practice, then an hour and a half later, I'm asking those kids to revert back to what we did and ended and translate it. Now, we're going to do all practice, then all of a sudden, when it's time to go red zone, coach, we're going to work red zone drills, we're going to go to ending, work red zone drills, go to group, work red zone, sometimes it's going to be half line, and then we're going to go to team and run. All right, and then that brings me back to this, and I'll be done in just a second, man. But these are my dogs, I got to try to take care of my boy. There's a research that Coach Golden did, that Al Golden did on concussions, all right? So, and what the concussion was that it wasn't the actual hit. It wasn't the one hit that caused the concussion. It was a series of hits that eventually led up to the concussion, okay? So the way we structured our practices, we took that into consideration, along with the fact that even in a game, the GPS system, we bought the GPS system, and with the GPS, the exact same thing would count. You slow them down, walk them through the individual again, then you work back up toward the group a little bit faster, but then in team, it's full speed. And our practice schedule was designed that way. And it's funny because I was watching the 30 for 30 with USC the other day, and his days were named. They were tagged just like our days, like ours were Tough Tuesday. What was Wednesday? I can't remember what Wednesday was. No repeat Thursday, Fast Friday, and then game Saturday. But again, the kids know when the kids first walk into the doggone practice, when they walk into the so it's Tough Tuesday, full pads. We're going full pads. It's Tough Tuesday. Wednesday it's I can't remember what Wednesday was. I got to remember that. But no, I was gonna kill him. But then with no repeat Thursday, Fast Friday, and again Friday. Thursdays, because we did a walkthrough. We did a 60-play walkthrough. And again, he went to the Dallas Cowboys, and did some research with the Cowboys, and he saw how the NFL was starting to structure their practices. So on our Thursdays, because we would actually go out there in helmets and jerseys, and we just did a walkthrough. And again, trying to get the kids to recover a little bit. And then Fast Friday, coach, it was fast. It wasn't full pads. You went out there with helmet and shorts, but it was fast, but just a quick whistle. Again, getting them ready to explode that Saturday. And Saturday, coach, and we had kids that were hitting 21 miles per hour. Again, just trying to, the game has got to a point where it's got other stuff. Who's going to be the freshest team on Saturday is what it's got to. So these are the things, again, everybody can't afford the GPS, but you know your team, and all you got to do is just kind of watch and monitor that, and then structure the practice to where, one period, we're not going as fast, then the period later we're doing faster, and then just keep shutting them down and getting them up throughout the day. And then structure your practices throughout the week to where when they come Friday night, Coach A, they're ready to go. It's like an animal term, but they're in the cages trying to get out of that cage. Like, hey, let me go, I'm ready to go. And that's how our kids work. And it was very effective for us. Very effective. So, all right. Well, fellas, hey, I enjoyed it. Again, whatever I can do to help, see, Coach Bethel got my number for you. You guys got my number. Coach Knowles, I think you got it. My number had changed. I'm going back to training camp with the Raiders. And I'm going to try and soak up as much as I possibly can. Whatever I got to give, I don't have any problem with sharing with everybody. All right? So, appreciate your time. Thanks for coming.
Hey, coaches, there's a old-fashioned chalkboard session. We'll be in here in about 5 minutes. And if you're not going to attend that